We're members of the Sylvan Hills Odyssey of the Mind team.
Most people don't know what Odyssey of the Mind is.
We're hoping to change that.
Odyssey of the Mind is a program that gives weird kids an outlet.
It lets creative kids express themselves.
The program started way back in 1978 in New Jersey by Samuel Milikis and Theodore Gurley.
Their idea was to create a sort of Olympics for the mind. Today it is practiced in 26 countries in almost all 50 states.
Odyssey of the Mind is an international educational program that provides creative problem-solving opportunities for students from kindergarten through college. Team members apply their creativity to solve problems that range from building mechanical devices to presenting their own interpretation of literary classics. They then bring their solutions to competition on the local, state, and world level. Thousands of teams throughout the U.S. and from about 25 other countries participate in the program. Hundreds of those teams are lucky enough to make it to the world level.
It's a pretty extensive program. It starts in the fall. We usually try out in September and we put our team together. There can only be 7 members to a team, so generally you have to audition because a lot of kids would like to be on the team.
You have 5 problems to choose from. Some are technical and some are more theatrical.
One problem was no cycle recycle. For this problem, the teams were to build, ride on, and drive a no cycle recycling vehicle.
Problem 2 is something fishy. For this, the teams will design and operate a technical solution that simulates multiple styles of fishing.
Problem 3 is usually another acting problem. This year is Aesop gone viral.
So problem 4, stack attack, is another technical problem. This problem requires teams to design, build, and test a structure made only of balsa wood and glue, and I don't know how they do it.
Problem 5, which is our amazing problem, which is why we chose it, furs, fins, feathers, and friends.
Our problems seem the best suited to our team and the personalities we have.
The team's problem is to create and present a humorous performance, depicting problem solving from the perspective of 3 different animals.
The problem threatens the survival of animals.
During the performance, the animals will sing and dance. They will also show curiosity, sympathy, frustration, and joy. We decided on a curious pufferfish, a sympathetic owl, that was me, and a frustrated giraffe.
Each character must demonstrate these characteristics throughout the program.
Once your team is assembled, you begin practicing weekly. There are a lot of elements to preparing for the contest. First, you have to decide on a script.
We broke our team down into groups, a writing group and a sick building group.
And there are rules.
A lot of rules. You have to follow all the rules or you lose points.
The script writing group takes the rules into account when creating the script. The animals will help a stranger, help each other, and solve a problem.
Thinking of a solution might be easy, but creating a solution that satisfies your expectations takes time. Our play is about 3 animals going to try to fix the food chain, which has been messed up for a little while. On the way, they meet a stranger who is a happy bear and a kind of bad guy character who is a sly fox, and they come across a door which they believe could have the answer to fixing the food chain. Well, the fox is not okay with this because he doesn't want the door opened because he knows that behind it is the only thing that can stop them, the angel jellyfish.
I was the clever, sly fox, like foxes are. I was the bad guy of the play, but my goal was to convince them that it was full of bad things and we shouldn't open the door.
Behind the door, it's like with trees with fire all over them. That wouldn't be ending your hunger, it only increases. Is that what you want?
I was a bookworm in our skit, and I helped tell the story or narrate the story and make it come to life.
Congratulations! Teddy Bear has evolved into Grizzly Bear.
Thank you guys so much. Starving was so embarrassing.
So I played a curious pufferfish named Jeff.
Yes, what are those? Can I touch it? Can you fly? Yes, I can fly. I flew by you, didn't I? True. How do you fly?
Hey guys!
He really is curious though, because he's always trying to find out what's going on because he really doesn't understand it.
Guys, what? We can open up the door and get some food. Maybe that would put traffic in a better, no?
I agree with her!
Oh, Bear, shut up!
When it comes to competition, there are 2 problems that you must complete, the long-term and spontaneous.
Each is scored separately, and you must do well on each to have even a chance to move to the next level of competition.
The next part of the competition is the spontaneous portion. This is a little harder because you have no idea what the problem will be until you enter the room to compete.
Style points are awarded due to your personal style or interpretation. The accuracy of your costumes and characters can gain you or cost you style points.
Another element of the problem is you have to stick to a budget. Our budget was only $125. You have to recycle items as much as possible to be able to create sets and costumes for 7 people with only $125.
We made our costumes out of recycled materials like old sleeping bags or even trash bags, paper mache, even coffee filters can make great costumes, as we have proven. Our first competition was in March at the regional level in El Dorado, Arkansas. Our team won first in our division, which allowed us to move on to the state level. We were really nervous at state. There was a lot of competition this year. 112 teams competed at ASU BB. Only 17 of those teams would go on to the World Finals. We really were not sure we would be one of them. There were dozens of teams competing in each division, and a lot of those teams seemed really tough to beat.
We were hopeful, but not incredibly confident because sitting there anxiously all day in the grass on the campus made us start thinking back to how we could have done so much better. But you always get to that point and realize you could have worked harder and practiced longer.
Only the first and second place teams in each division are allowed a spot to go to Worlds.
When we didn't hear our names for 4th and 3rd, we were all pretty much positive we didn't get announced at all.
And then they announced the first place winner in our division.
And then, bazinga.
The #1 team in Division 2, state champions, Sylvan Hill.
You could hardly believe it was us.
They call first, they call our name. It was an insanely exciting moment.
There were 112 teams competing at the state tournament this year, and that seemed like a lot, but there are about 1,200 public schools in Arkansas.
That's not even including private school or homeschool kids, and a lot of schools that did compete had multiple teams.
So less than 10% of Arkansas schools participated.
We've recently made it to World Finals, and we went on this amazing trip.
As exciting as it is to compete on the world stage, I think the thing that most people are the most excited about is the pin trading.
There's one thing we all want to do in Worlds, but not compete, not socialize with other people from different countries and states. We wanted to do pin trading.
The pin trading.
Pin trading.
Pin trading is really cool. Most teams have their own set of pins.
There were Harry Potter pins, there were My Little Pony, there was Disney, there was a basic white girl set.
Most people want to keep the pins to trade if you get to come again next year, but some people actually sell them. We sold our set on eBay for $24.99.
Who doesn't want Batman the Animated Series pins?
And to negotiate with kids from all over the world. It really is an amazing experience. The opening ceremony introduces all the different countries that are there to compete. It's a real spectacle. In the end, you wait to see who has come up with the best way to solve the problems. It's really cool to see how someone from South Korea or Poland or Singapore might try to solve the same problem that you have. There were 818 teams in all, and it took 5 days for everyone to have a chance to compete and be scored. As predicted, Poland and China won most of the honors. Arkansas did have a few honorable mentions, but
The big winners, Poland and China.
We got 32nd in our division,
Baller.
right?
It is amazing. I mean, how can it not be? It's sponsored by NASA. Freaking NASA.
The Odyssey of the Mind is a great program with not enough community involvement. We were one of the only teams out there from our district that had a coach this year. Hopefully next year we will make it back to Worlds. I think it would be really gratifying for our school and our community if we could actually win an award from the world level. We will definitely keep trying to achieve that goal. For more information about Odyssey of the Mind, go to odysseyofthemind.com or visit Creativity in Arkansas at arkansasom.org.